Hello everyone, we are from Group 7, which consists of me, Muhammad Izzat bin Isa, Alia Natasha binti Amirul Aiman Amai, Ching Chai Hong, Leonardo Marinos, Muhammad Aminuddin bin Muhammad Saman, Nur Hafilza Azwa binti Alias, Zulkifli bin Adam, and Nur Shazatul Shasha binti Saludang Ahmad will present the company that we choose, which is Kisan Berhad and Huatai Industry. Background of Kisan Berhad. Kisan Berhad is the largest domestic manufacturer of candy and sweets in Malaysia with an illustrious history going back quite 50 years and famous heritage products. The segment of their businesses is include acquisition, manufacturing and trading. Selling sweets, candies and wafers is their key category of items. Not only that, their item was produce is also divided into the several categories. For Huatai Industry, the company is one of the leading and longest known biscuit producers in Malaysia. Created in 1962 and listed on the Malaysian Stock Exchange in 1992. Huatai Industry operates through two segments, which is manufacturing and trading. Biscuit is the only main product produced by the company. Huatai Industry has their own trademark of the business, which is Huatai and Luxury. In our daily life, we can find the products locally from small sundry shops to massive hypermarket, fast food stores, and airlines.
Biscuit and snack is a part of our life where tea time has become our tradition for such a long time. In 2003 to 2018, our Malaysia government educate Malaysian people about health based on what we consume, and this has led to manufacturers to produce higher nutritional product. Since our country is the biggest export for the palm oil, our government try to increase and utilize these sources as a substitute to fats. The pandemic that occurs now has affected this food and beverage industry because they only depend on the local market since the lockdown restriction happened. This lockdown has made people prefer to cook or use the delivery apps such as Foodpanda or GrabFood. The outlook for this food and beverage industry is so vague due to the unclear change in internal and external environment.
Assalamualaikum and greetings to Dr. Josephine and my fellow classmates. My name is Nur Afroza Aswa 70955, and for my part, I'll be talking about a SWOT analysis for both Huatai Industry Berhad and Kisan Berhad. Okay, so first and foremost, in terms of strength, Huatai Industry Berhad are better compared to Kisan Berhad because Huatai have a strong research and development focus. Even though Huatai and Kisan are able to market globally, having a strong research and development focus can help Huatai to compete and stay ahead of their competitors. Next is weaknesses. Both Huatai and Kisan are labeled as unhealthy and inorganic food due to the existence of chemicals in their products. Thirdly, opportunities. Aside from being known as the main distributor for markets in Peninsular Malaysia, Huatai having a contract with London Biscuit Berhad, who have established their brand presence in countries like Japan, Singapore, and Thailand, also gave Huatai the opportunity to improve their brand recognition in global market. As for Kisan, who lacked marketing platform, the company can take the opportunities to make use of the high-cut technologies nowadays to perform better in advertising their product. Lastly, threats. Having an expensive raw material makes it harder for Huatai to compete with other brands that produces the same product. Let's say the product is biscuits. Other brand that produces biscuits are like Jacobs or Munchies. But Huatai cannot compete with these two if they don't produce more products because of their expensive raw material. Okay, we move on with Kisan. Kisan Berhad, they are facing problems with their snacks flavor that does not have much improvement or innovation. This may cause their consumer to change their snack preferences. I think that's all from me. I'm going to pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Liquidity of Hisam Berhad and Huantai Industry Berhad. Current ratio is a liquidity ratio that measures a company's ability to pay the short-term obligation or those due within 1 year. The current ratio of Hisam Berhad in 2018 to 2019 are below 1, which means that the Hisam Berhad doesn't have enough liquid assets to cover the short-term liabilities. However, the current ratio of Huantai Industry Berhad are between 1.25 to 1.3 from 2017 to 2019, which means that the Huantai Industry Berhad has 2 times more current assets than liabilities to cover the debts. The quick ratio of Kisam Berhad are always lower than the Huantai Industry Berhad. A low quick ratios might mean the business has low sales, numerous bills, and poor collection for accounts receivable. When a company has a quick ratio of 1, the quick assets are equal to current assets. This also indicates the company can pay off its current debts without selling long-term assets. The inventory turnover ratio of Huantai Industry Berhad is higher than Hisam Berhad. In general, the higher the inventory turnover ratio of a company in a given year, the better it is for the company's future. Low inventory turnover means low sales, too much inventory or overstocking, and poor liquidity of its inventory. This is Huantai Industry Financial Statement. The total assets of the Huantai Industry increased from 2018 to 2019. The inventories of the Huantai Industries are increased from 2017 to 2019. Net operating cash flow growth for the Huantai Industry are always negative, which means that the company cannot cover the current short-term liabilities, and net operating cash flow sales are negative from 2018 to 2019, which means that the Huantai Industry cannot generate enough cash flow from the sales. This is Hisam Berhad financial statement. The total assets of the Hisam Berhad is decreased from 2007 to 2019. For the net operating cash flow, there is a decreasing from 2018 to 2019. 2019 becomes negative, which means that in that year the company cannot cover the current short-term liabilities, and the net operating cash flow sales are negative in 2019, which means that Hisam doesn't have enough cash flow doesn't generate enough cash flow for the from the sales.
Okay, next I will talk about corporate issue and recent news for Huatai industry. First, their share price falling down. Huatai share price falling down in 3 years since 2017. The stock price dropped 64% and the journey has not been smooth lately, with prices 37% lower. This factor occurs due to adverse market conditions that cause stock to fall. Because of that, the market is focusing on revenue and earning growth, at least for now. Second, delay machine purchase. This can happen due to volatility of the USD, which results in an increase in the purchase machine equivalent to RMT. Huatai industry want to buy a new machine for the formation of new hybrid biscuit lines. They need additional time to fully utilize the remaining revenue, which is allocated for the purchase of machine. Okay, for Kisan Berhad, first issue is about fraudulent activity against fictional sale invoice. Government advisory has revealed that there was fraudulent activity against fictional sale invoice that was not supported by stock card movement used as a basis for issuance of credit facilities. So Kisan was assigned video auditors to review their credit facilities, and in December 2019 their former chairman has resigned, and 2 members of Kisan Council also resigned a few months before Liu. Kisan filed a summons against Liu for committing fraud scheme due to his ability to control and determine company's business and financial statement. Second issue, Kisan Berhad has received a summons letter from Bank of China for allegedly failing repay a loan 14.62 million. But Kisan Berhad claims Bank of China commit a breach on the grounds that lender has taken legal action against Kisan Berhad. Okay, that's all. Let's proceed to next period.
Hello madam, I am Nusalato Shasha 72945. We present about index comparison of Huatai Industry and Kisan Berhad. For Huatai Industry, shrinks its earning per share by 62%, revenue up 10% in last 3 years, and shareholders lost about 28%. Next, for Kisan Berhad, cash and bank balance amounting to Rm 108,000 and short-term borrowing of Rm 74 million, and share loss rate at 34 cents a piece, valuing the entire company at Rm 39 million. For Huatai stock scale, it's closed 5 stocks today. 4 stocks indicates negative momentum and 1 stock had positive momentum. The list of stock momentum is generated using proprietary mathematical algorithm, and stocks are higher than normal volume and price movement. Last, for Kisan stock scale, on December 2019, Rm 208.4 million new share on the basis of 1 right share. On December 31, 2019, net loss stood at Rm 76.49 million on revenue of RM 129.35, and London Biscuit on November 2019 ceased to be substantial shareholder in Hissan. That's all from me. Thank you. Hello, madam. I am Nuzala Doshasha.
Okay, hello, my name is Leonardo Marinus and my matrix number is 70172, and I will present about the conclusion and suggestion. The first one is Kissan Berhad and Huatai can define as a well-being companies in the world of businesses because they keep improving themselves here over here so they can fight with other companies that sell the same products and services. The second one is Huatai has strong research and development. Even though they have several weaknesses, they still manage to maximize their profit to its peak. And the third one is the liquidity position of both companies is actually weak because the ratio keep decreasing here over here. So the suggestion is they can actually decrease the product price and the ratio should be increased. The last one is the share price Huatai industry falling down in 3 years due to the some issues that they cannot avoid, but I believe them because they're picking the right solution for their company to prevent the revenue from decreasing or even worse, bankrupt. So that's all from my group. Thank you so much.